Hey there, this is Malorian, and this is going to be two battle reports of my minions up against Khador. Another friend of mine actually want to practice hardcore format, so we're going to be doing that, but turned out that the guy couldn't make it, so this is me and my brother. And for those who don't know, hardcore is a little bit different. It's really restrictive on time, and so we just kind of went with like more fun lists, and we're going to be focusing on the time. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be not really serious anyway. Actually, after the first game, we kind of just dished the time clock anyway. So it's really just us testing out some lists that we don't normally use and some casters for me that I don't normally use. So on his side for his first game, he's going to be running with the Witch with Scrapjack. He's going to have a Devastator. He's going to be having the Demo Core there, big one, the Eliminators on the right. He has a Widowmakers, and also Ayanna and Holt. On my side, this is going to be the second time I'm going to be using Caliban. He's going to be using a Wrestler, a Bull Snapper, and a Spitter. I have the Max Posse. I also have Wrong Eye and Snapjaw, a Feral Geist, and also the Croak Hunter. So for those who don't know, the hardcore scenario is just the foot-by-foot square in the center. There's kill box, but the big thing here is that you can only basically control the zone by dominating it. And really what happens is if you ever dominate, the enemy Warcaster just takes 5 points of damage, and then for a round, they can't heal or transfer or any of that stuff. It's basically like grievous wounds. And it's the same thing. If you kill box yourself, you take 5 points of damage, and it's all really bad. So here we're kind of just lining up. I know her feat there is going to be kind of, I mean, it's really bad against infantry, but hey, it's still going to crank my gators. So I know whenever that happens, I'm kind of have to stand still. Otherwise, I'm hoping just to kind of get the jump onto his jacks there on the left, smash them, and kind of see what I can do with that Devastator. So I get the first turn. I'm putting up Oculation on my Posse. I'm putting the Carnivore up onto my Wrong Eye. He's going to be submerged this turn. But yeah, it's really just getting up the board. And just in case he feeds first turn, putting that Croak Hunter in the zone just to make sure he can't dominate or something later on. Otherwise here, then on his next turn, he's not really getting into the zone there. I mean, I guess he's not really in a rush, but he just kind of moves up. He has Iron Flesh up onto the Eliminators. He has that Feast of Crows or whatever up. That's a big template there on the far right. And really, he's just kind of taking some positions here. So my turn, I just pretty much upkeep those bells, move up, and this is where I put up Spiky Growth onto my Wrestler and submerge both Wrong Eye and Snapjaw, and I'm really waiting for him. I'm expecting now this next turn will be his feet turn, but I'm hoping that my heavies, I'm setting them up so my Wrestler can throw Wrong Eye, and then he can go and mess some things up. But yeah, sorry, not... Snapjaw, not Wrong Eye. That'd be kind of a silly thing to do. But at this point, I'm just kind of holding positions, getting my Gator Posse in a spot where they can charge his Widowmakers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So his next turn, this is going to be his feet turn. His Eliminator is just going to kind of run into me there. He might have charged as well, but he didn't do any damage. Otherwise, yeah, he's just kind of moving up a little bit. His Juggernaut, oh, couldn't believe this. So really what happened is I forgot about the Gallows and how that changes the threat ranges. So because of Gallows, he pulls up the Wrestler, and then the Juggernaut is able to go into my Wrestler, and with some really good dice, killed him. So, I mean, here I thought that I'd be able to really do a big smackdown on his jacks, but he's gotten the Alpha now, taken out one of my heavies already, and yeah, that really didn't help. So my turn, I'm not doing much moving because, hey, remember there's a feat going on, but I'm going to be doing this as my feat turn. So Barnabas is going to be moving up, not Barnabas, Caliban is going to be moving up. This is going to be my feat turn. And so I use Bone Shaker onto one of his Demo Core, get some good dice, kill him, so he moves over and kills another Demo Core, so getting some reversal and good rolls here. I have the reroll going on there, the Cold-Blooded on the Crocs. Really thought I could kill both Eliminators, but they're like defense 20, so I'm hitting 11s to hit them, even with the Carnivore put on them as well. So I was able to kill one, not the other. Otherwise, my Spitter was able to kill another Demo Core guy. I go across with Wrong Eye. He's able to scrap the Juggernaut. So things are looking pretty good on the left side. The right side, you know, now that Devastator guy is going to be in my face, but the worst thing here is how far up Caliban had to get. Of course, I could have put up Oculation on himself, but I don't know if it's really going to help me. So on his turn, he goes for a double gallows, and all of a sudden, I got Caliban right here in his grill. And yeah, he gets like harm on me and all this stuff, and this is kind of bad. But after everything's said and done, I think he had one demo core that missed me, so that really helped. Another one just kind of got transferred away, and I'm actually all right. Another thing I survived is I had no transfers on Wrong Eye. He charged me with the Eliminator and failed to do any damage, I believe it was. So really got lucky there. You know, my caster's alive and stuff, but the biggest question here is how do I free up Wrong Eye and how do I free up my caster? Because if I don't do those things, this game's kind of over. And otherwise, the Devastator just ran up to engage me. So on my turn, Croak Hunter came back to try and kill Eliminator, failed. So the Gators just kind of same thing, cold-blooded, went over to go and kill the Eliminator, so that was great. Also went up just to put up some threat. Wrong Eye then charged up and was able to kill one of his Demo Core and then Submerge. Then Wrong Eye charged in and was able to kill the Scrapjack and the other Demo Core, so that's great news. Then Caliban was able to just basically move back and get safe. That's really it. And yeah, that's the turn. So here he goes for another assassination. He sees that things are kind of turning bad now, so he went for something a little bit more desperate. The old witch comes over here. I mean, he tries putting harm on me, misses. Holt tries shooting me twice, misses, because I got a foot in that wrecker there for some, cover. But then he's going to go and do gallows to me, and I move like 1 inch. So he was hoping to pull me all the way into him, but I think even then it wouldn't have killed me. But yeah, failed assassination. And so then on the counter charge, the Gators come in. They do like a little bit, but the main thing is I charge in with Caliban, use the Life Trader for an extra additional dice, and look at my damage roll, 6655. So clearly after this, yeah, I think I had to do, I'm not even sure if that killed. I'm pretty sure it would have, but yeah, that's the game. So the second game here, he's going with his good old Harkovich. He actually likes Harkovich a lot. It's just he's not all that great. But he's running him with Black Ivan and then a, I can't remember the other Jack there. But he has the Death Star here for the Winter Guard. There's not that much of a Death Star without Iron Flash on them. And he also has the Battle Engine. On my side, I've switched over to Maylock, who's gleaming white, and really the only change to my list is you take out the Feral guys, take out the Croak Hunter, and now I have a Witch Doctor. That's pretty much it. So same mission, same terrain. We're just trying out, this is the first time I've ever used Maylock, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. So he gets first turn, pretty much just moving up. He has some spell on the Winter Guard. I can't remember what it is, but nothing too critical right now. My turn, I'm moving up. I have the Death Pact up on the Posse. I have Spiky Growth up onto my 2 front beasts there, submerging with my other guys, because I know he can put out a lot of shooting. And, yeah, otherwise just wait and see what he does. So he advances up. He does a good amount of shooting because of, just boosting the hit and all that stuff. But he puts my Gators into rough terrain with his battle engine. That isn't too big of a deal because of how I can just go for March and get Pathfinder. But otherwise, yeah, my Wrestler is actually pretty hurt. I think he was about like half dead after the barrage he was taking from his 2 Jacks there. So on my turn, I thought about maybe going for like a big push on the Jacks to try and get the advantage there. I could have pushed Wrong Eye and gone for it or something, but I decided not to be a little bit more careful. So Wrong Eye goes up, Wrestler goes to put a tone to the force to try and stay alive. Otherwise, I do a shot into his Winter Guard with my Snapper. It goes and kills a few guys there. And then I charge with my Posse. They kill a good amount. So things are looking okay there on the right. I just got to be careful here. And that's why Maylock is just going to be hiding behind this wall pretty much the whole time. He goes, and I forgot because of his escort that his Jacks are a lot faster, so he's actually able to deliver both of them to Wrong Eye, but he survives in like 3 or 4 boxes. So got pretty lucky there. Well, actually, I mean, he is pretty tanky, but yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't think that I'd be getting 2 Jacks on me. This is also going to be his feet turn, which means that they're going to be pretty hard to go back against. But now he's focusing on my spitter, and he got some hot dice on his spitter, especially because on his feet he's able to shoot and then charge. Basically, because Wrong Eye was submerged, he just shot everything at the spitter. So the spitter is really hurt. He's not going anywhere because he's in rough terrain right now. Otherwise, the Battle Engine went into a posse, knocked a guy down. His Winter Guard tried going after me, but yeah, this was my feet turn last time as well. So their defense is super high, pretty crazy high. But yeah, that's where we're at. So my turn, I do my best to counter. On the right side, I really killed a lot of Winter Guard. I mean, they're like defense 14 when they bob and weave, so I'm just needing like 7s re-rolled with cold-blooded, so I'm actually killing a lot of them. Otherwise, I go in to start destroying his jacks, and I forget how high their armor is going to be with his feet up. So I really try and do my best, but one of the things I did is I actually charged in Wrong Eye for a little bit extra damage. That was a mistake because I didn't actually get rid of anything, so the Bull Snapper had to run up just to kind of keep him away. But at the end of the day, basically his one red jack there where the name escapes me, it's really messed up. Its weapon is destroyed. Black Ivan I missed, so he got to get away, but I did get a shot on him, and both his jacks are corroded, so that's good news. But I did make a mistake here where I thought, hey, you know, with the Witch Doctor, I'll go make Wrong Eye tough. Turns out you can't do that, so yeah. So on his turn, he's able to kill both my heavies on the left side. I actually made my tough test, but that's where we saw that I was just cheating. Otherwise, he's just engaging me there on the right. Harkovich comes up to try and take some extra shots because that, I mean, he already took out 2 of my heavies. And a big part of that is that his dog charged in there and did lots of damage. But my spitter is almost dead as well after the shooting from the battle engine and stuff. So Harkovich had moved up to try and kill him with his shots. Wasn't able to do it. And at this point, I was trying to see if there's an assassination possible, but I just really can't get enough on him to do it. I really got to focus on just getting rid of these goddamn jacks. So on my turn, Wrong Eye is a freaking champ, and he destroys the 1 jack. Otherwise, I miss onto the Black Ivan, so it moves over. The Bull Snapper just kind of moves over to make sure it's not going to get onto my posse or anywhere I don't want it. I did also yeah, in this part here, I just wiped out the rest of the Winter Guard that's in my face, going a few hits against the Battle Engine. But I mean, that thing there with armor 20, I'm -7, and I'm not ever doing any damage to him. So otherwise, I use all my focus to heal up the the spitter there rather, and put on spiky growth onto it, and just hoping it survives, really. So on his turn, the bull or his dog goes after Wrong Eye, doesn't do anything. He is able to kill my Bull Snapper, and he's also able to kill off one of my posse. Harkovich goes back to safety, and Battle Engine doing its thing, but I'm lucky, and my spitter survives. So on my turn, Wrong Eye kills the dog. I come over here with my turtle and start messing up his Black Ivan. I believe his arm is damaged here, or taken out rather, so that's really good. I also had revived one of my gator and then used the sacrificial strike to do more damage to Black Ivan, but it was all turned out to be a waste because it did like 2 points of damage. But again, going against a battle engine, can't do any damage, but it's just a real grind fest. So on his turn, he attacks my turtle. Remember, he's down 1 dice, and I believe his Cortex might be out too, but he just cranks it, takes me out, so that's bad. I have no more beasts. Otherwise, on the right side, wow, I did not expect this. Basically, he went to focus on my posse, and he killed all but 1. You know, Harkovich can do some work there. So, yeah, he's down to 1 posse. Of course, if he killed that last one, I couldn't revive them back. So I'm pretty lucky I have the 1. But, yeah, like, we're just grinding down still. So on my turn over here, I bring back 2 of the posse. I can't remember if I took another picture, so I'll say now that Wrong Eye destroys Black Ivan. Just again, Wrong Eyes is freaking awesome. But charge in here, and look at my damage. 666. So yeah, that's going to be the end of Harkovich. So either way, I don't know if there's another picture, but I'll just say here, there's a lot of fun. And it's one of these things where it's good sometimes to practice on these other formats. Of course, once we realize that, you know, my friend that didn't make it, so we didn't actually need to practice a time. We just didn't do that. But you got to practice out different casters and different builds, and that's one of these things where you don't always have to make the best list you want. I mean, it's good when you're just getting together with buddies. Hey, try out the casters you almost never use. Try out the other units you don't usually get to use. Because hey, I mean, if you're going to own a battle engine, might as well use it, right? So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.